At one time or another, pretty much every woodworker gets asked by someone to make a countertop. And while we would prefer to work with just hardwood to make beautiful surfaces, laminates are still cheap, durable, and popular because they come in almost limitless patterns and colors. So if you haven't made one yet, you will someday. Here are a few tips for when that time comes. Particle board is still a good option for the substrate because it's flatter than plywood and more resistant to water damage than MDF. You can cover the edges with more laminate, but I prefer hardwood. Thin splines made from 1/8 inch thick hardboard will add strength and make the edging easier to align. The slot in the hardwood piece is cut at the table saw, while the slot in the particle board edge is done with a slot cutting router bit and a handheld router. A strip of particle board is glued and nailed beneath the upper surface, making it doubly thick near the edge and giving you a place to hook your clamps when you glue on the hardwood edging. Yellow wood glue is a good choice for all this. When it comes time to attach the laminate layer, contact cement is the best choice. Spread it on both surfaces with a paint roller, but don't put it together yet. First, let the cement dry until you can put your arm against it and then pull it off without pulling on your hair. For you ladies without hairy arms, try your mustache instead. When it's dry, put the two glued surfaces together carefully. You only get one chance to align everything. Leaving your laminate oversized by a couple of inches all the way around the edge will make this a lot easier because you won't have to be as precise. Just start at one end and curl it down onto the particle board without leaving any wrinkles. This is simple enough if you're making a small countertop like this one, but larger pieces of laminate are much more difficult to handle without some assistance from a few pieces of pipe or dowel. These will keep the adhesive layers apart while you lay everything out flat. Then you can withdraw them one at a time as you work from one end to the other. At this point, you're only using your hand to smooth the laminate from the center out towards the edges. When the pipes are all withdrawn, you can begin rolling the surface to achieve a stronger bond. Be careful though, stay away from the edges. It would be easy to roll off an edge and crack the laminate at this stage when there's still a lot of excess waiting to be trimmed off. So concentrate on the middle. Your goal is to get most of it stuck well enough that the laminate layer won't creep away from the edges when you do a more thorough rolling later. Trimming is done with a router and a flush trim bit. Be sure you keep the base of the router flat on top of the counter without tipping it. And have someone on hand to help support the strip of waste so its weight won't cause a crack near the edge of the counter as it sags towards the floor. Cracking is less of a concern if you use the proper grade of laminate. Look for GP, or general purpose, or for HG, which is horizontal grade, instead of VG, which is vertical grade. The former are thicker and more suited for countertops, while the latter is used for cabinet faces and sides. Once the waste is gone, roll the surface again, paying more attention to the edges now. Finally, you may wish to cut a bevel with another router bit for a finished edge that won't be sharp to the touch. Working with large sheets of laminate can be intimidating, but it's not as difficult as it looks. So when a buddy or a family member asks for your help, remember this video. We couldn't do what we do without folks like the Bushy family over at Clearview Cyclones. Not only do they make the best dust collection cyclones on the market, but they're woodworkers supporting woodworkers. They're the sponsor of this video, and I really hope you'll thank them by visiting their website and using our discount code below this video. Wait, don't go yet. If you're new here, please subscribe and remember to ring the bell. I would really appreciate that. Give us a thumbs up, or better yet, leave us a comment. I always read them. And be sure to check out the latest issue of Stumpy Nubs Woodworking Journal. It's always packed with tips, tricks, and tutorials designed to make you a better woodworker.